Boom. Welcome back, Rare Talks. You already know where it is. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't, make sure you go over to the Spotify and check out the exclusive episodes that we got on the Spotify. And I'm joined today by a special guest. State your name.
Lee.
What? Bruv, state your name properly. What up to you? State your name properly.
This is Empress Lee.
Okay, Empress Lee. And today we're doing the rare reactions. And the rare reactions today we're doing is about the Congo. Yeah? The Congo. And basically, yeah, you're just going to see, because basically people are fleeing their homes in Congo right now because there's rebel groups, they claim. So we're going to break down the video and now analyze it for you people. So yeah, let's play the video right now.
Democratic Republic of Congo, hundreds of civilians have fled a town near the major eastern city of Goma after heavy gunfire that raised fears of the Tutsi-led M23 rebel group advancing into the area. Ikabakoyi reports.
Heavy gunfire once again raises fears of Tutsi-led Rwandan-backed M23 rebels advancing into this troubled eastern region of the Democratic Republic of Congo. These civilians are fleeing a town near the major...
All right, first of all, just going to start, yeah, did you see them weapons?
What was that?
Did you see them weapons, though? Oh, my God. That's what, you see one thing I never understand, yeah, is how did these men get access to these weapons?
No, but that was a big weapon. I've never seen one of those before.
I've never seen one of those before either. No,
that's mad. And
like that's a lick down man, bro. That's a missile launcher.
But they're saying this country's poor.
But how did they get missile launchers?
Mate, that's mad. Can we have a look at that again?
Let me go back. Let me go back for you people. Yo. Look.
That's mad.
What is that? And you know what? If you do like, they're Toyotas, you know. Them cars are Toyotas. They're from, you know where they're from? Yeah, Toyota. They're from Japan. How is Japanese cars ending up in Africa? Like, these are Japanese war-led cars. So wait a second. How did it end up in Africa? Now, this is the questions that we need to start asking each other, yeah? Because if you follow the money, it will tell you everything that you need to know. Yeah. And that's what we're talking about today. So them rocket launchers are wild. Like, I'm just going to leave it on the screen for you people to watch it over and over again and think, what? How did they get this? I don't know. You lot need to tell me how they got it.
This has got my head going, like, frazzled, because it's like, what are you actually doing there? What's actually going on?
The Democratic Republic of Congo. These civilians are fleeing a town near the major eastern Congo city of Goma as a result. Families seen here lugging their belongings have just walked along a 15-kilometer stretch of road linking the town of Sake with Goma, which the rebel group briefly overran during the last major insurrection in 2012.
So it's funny that they say that the people are walking 15 kilometers, yeah? They make it seem like so long, but for people that live there, 15 kilometers is not that much because that's how we have to move anyway. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So the way that they're making it sound to us, like 15 kilometers, wow, that's far. Mm-hmm. Like, and they make it like, oh, they took over the road. And like, I hate the way that the media is like, so, like, they try to make things, they try to blow it out of proportion.
Yeah, because they're not using the same measurements, for example, like, 15 kilometers in Jamaica, for example, is like walk to the shop, to the plaza.
Yeah.
So 50, they're not really walking anyway. It's just that they have to leave their place. But yeah, they always they're making it sound how they want it to be perceived. This is the perception that they want to show. And then
they record some young kids, some little kids to like bring in the empathy now. So you're gonna be like, oh, look at them young kids. And then now they got the old auntie on the screen, and now they're gonna have her saying something wild. Because that's what they do. They're very smart. Propaganda is a very big thing.
But when you look at them, see, sometimes you have to look deeper. Because when you actually look at the people, what are their faces showing? Do they actually look sad? Or are they just kind of trying to, just survive, move from
the
one
people
place
didn't even look like it was even bothering them. I'll be honest. It's like, them men are beefing again.
Yeah, this is quite normal for them, this moving about situation. But yeah, let's hear what she's gonna say.
We decided to flee because we know that when the enemy arrives at a place, no resident is ever left in peace. When they control a place, they kill at will. That's why I told myself that instead of them reaching me in the city and killing me, it is better that I ran away early.
Now look at them guns, the machines that man's got. Look at them machines that them man have. Them Congo army got some big machines, blood.
Yeah.
And all of them man's belly are big and round. You know, in a poor country, it says a round belly man in a poor country is a symbolization of greed.
Yeah.
Because, bruv, everybody there is poor, bro. Where are you eating so well?
But
Look
that's
how big
wealth.
the man's belly.
That's wealth right there. That's a lot of beer, a lot of wealth sitting on that stomach.
Bruv, that is serious. Look at them. Look at the machine that my man's got. I don't even know what machine that is. Can you see that? That's like a sniper rifle or something. Look at this thing here. Can you see it?
It's not normal.
That man get big machines.
Which maps unrest in eastern Congo. The Congolese army and the M23 rebels have been clashing north of Sake since Monday. The rebels staged a major comeback last.
This seems all very normal for them, though.
Yeah, it is.
This all just seems very like, you know, everyone knows what's going on. It's that time again. You know, let's get moving. It's crazy.
The thing is, yeah, in Congo, if I'm being honest with you, like, because it's been going on for so many years. Look, man's drinking Red Bull, blood.
But this is an oppression that they've been dealing with, for, like you said, for many, many, many years.
And I told you, look what car they're driving again. What car did I say they're driving? Toyotas.
Toyota.
Where are they getting Toyotas from, bro? Toyotas expensive, not expensive cars, but they're reliable cars.
No,
but
come on now, they are.
they're good cars.
Remember, in reality, anyone that drives, you know that Toyotas and is it Audis
And Hondas.
and Hondas, sorry, yeah.
Japanese cars, my brother always said to me, Japanese cars are like the most reliable of cars. Like, they got Toyotas out there though, but look, they're riding good, you know. Don't think they're riding. Look, the car look clean up, like everything look dirty except for the car. Make it make sense to me.
It's true, man. It's mad when, you know, when they put a picture in front of you and they know exactly what they want you to see. But when you pause it and you actually look at what's actually there, you know, because Pharaoh, look at this, man. What is he doing?
Them men are chilling. I said, yeah, the enemies are coming. Man are like, yeah, I'm back my Red Bull quickly. You know what I'm saying?
Mad.
After they were chased into neighbouring Rwanda and Uganda in 2013. The fighting has uprooted tens of thousands of civilians in Congo's east, even.
Go on.
We've got all this poverty and all these big machines.
Yes, so basically, so this is what I was trying to.
Where's the balance?
So I was trying to say this to people the other day, yeah, that war costs money. Like, never get it twisted. Someone's always funding a war because war's not won by people talking. War's won by people dying or people having bigger machines than you. So I can hit you from a distance. So you can't even get up close to me. So you got your AK, you're shooting from over there. But I've just got a missile that'll just go bow, lick down your whole camp. So in general, there's somebody backing them. Now, if we go backwards, let's go backwards. What have Congo got that would make their country be in turmoil? So now let's go to some facts, yeah? And this fact is from Post World's Richest Country. It says that world's richest country has more than 100 trillion in natural resources. You know what the richest country in the world is?
Congo.
So basically, in this article by Sahir Muja that was published in March 8th, 2021, he said that RD Congo is the richest and most blessed country in the world with natural resources. The climate DR Congo is equivalently tropical with 2 rainy seasons, including very high rainfalls and very high temperature year round. Unlimited green energy resources, hydropower, wind, solar and thermal. Wealthiest country in the world on potential for green energy.
Can I read the next line?
Please.
It says RD Congo has a limitless water supply. The richest fertile soil of any land in the world. Can you imagine that? That's a big statement. You know?
That's a mad statement, you know. The most fertile. Meaning you put something in it, it's gonna grow.
Yeah, like nothing can die. That's mad. It says beneath the soil, abundant world-class mineral deposits of cobalt. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's gold, diamonds, petroleum, timber, potash, lead, zinc, uranium, copper. Come on, sulfates. Gold, what's that? Manganese, sorry. Natural gases. This is a lot of stuff.
Coltan, the rise of all these next type of we got bare things.
These are the stuff that they put in medication. Funny enough.
Yes.
Yeah, this tantalum, iron ore, lithium, beryllium, this.
So basically, if I'm being honest with you, It's got all this natural resources. And who do you think is exporting it to the world? Now, just a quick fact for everyone. In Congo, there's a mineral that they use for every single phone, every single device, every laptop, everything. And it's called cobalt. Cobalt. It's an essential mineral used in batteries, electric cars, computers, and cell phones. Now, if you can't get this mineral, then what happens to like iPhones and computers? What do you think happens then?
You will have none. You couldn't use this Mac. You couldn't charge it. You couldn't do nothing, even down to the signal. You couldn't get.
So, would it be safe to say that whoever's got control over that is a billionaire or a trillionaire?
They got control of the whole world.
No, but I'm saying just that little, whoever's
Absolutely.
got, just that one thing. If you've got a mind where you're getting that regular to make phones, because there was a time when there was a shortage of iPhones because they couldn't get this, because the war in there. So this is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
It's always bigger than what you think. So
Absolutely.
when we look at something, we have to look at it from this objective that wherever the money goes is where so you see fighting in Congo, but it's all about money.
Yeah.
They make it seem like, oh, there's insurgents, man want to do this, man. Probably, and this is just my wild guess of what's going on. I've clocked that them men are in the country taking over, and I've said, no, forget that. Then there's another guy that wants to take over that mind from another part in the world. So he's a Russian or he's a Colombian. He's found out about this. Yeah. And he said, raw, I want part. So I'm going to fund you, man, with guns and stuff. Yeah. You, man, need to lick down these dons and get this mine so we can get this mineral so I can get trillions. Now, me on the floor, I'm poor with poverty. So what do you think I'm going to do? If you arm me with guns and I'm poor and you're telling me the men are robbing me, ripping me off, and my family all poor, what do you think, when you put that in my hands, what do you think I'm going to do?
I submit.
I'm going to go and fight.
I belong to you now.
That's it. Oh, you gave me 100,000. My family out of poverty for once in my whole life. My whole family can eat a meal. Yeah. Forget this. What do I have to do? Go lick down them man over there. Cool, no problem.
And they've done it so often and repeated it for so many centuries and generations. Now it's just become, it is what it is. Now it's like, when are we going to fight?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
And then the man, because remember, we saw the guys with the big bellies. You saw poverty, and then you saw man with big bellies driving Toyotas. What does that tell you? That there is money there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody's getting money.
Yeah, you saw the plain divide, even in the, I'm quite deep, so even in the face expressions, you look at them, you can see that they are under a control from a higher power. They don't even look like they can converse with the general public in that country. Look at them. They don't look like they can. They look like they're under an order themselves, to be fair.
100% they are. Let's finish this video, but this is how it is. Look.
Even despite military efforts to push back the insurgents. Battles broke out in November around Kibumba, an area north of Goma that rebels were meant to leave within the month as part of a ceasefire brokered by East African regional leaders. Yet evidence continued to emerge of the rebels' presence in places from which they were meant to withdraw, suggesting the offensive is ongoing. Ikabakwi, BBC News.
So this is where my mind goes a little bit tricky now, yeah? So this thing called cobalt, cobalt is what we put in our phones. Now, the world's largest reserves of cobalt, 80% of the global reserves of cobalt is lying in DRC, the Republic of Congo. Coltan has become the new black gold. Coltan is refined into tantalum powder to make heat-resistant, what is this word? Capacitors in cell phones, laptops, and Congo has one of the largest copper reserves and the highest quality reserves globally, with some of the mines estimated to contain grades above 3 to 5%, significantly higher than the global average of 0.8%. All right, look, I don't even need to go into any more, yeah? We don't need to go into any more. But there's a war there, and the war there is over money.
Yeah. No, you have to read the last bit, though. So it says the price of minerals and metals are substantially changed as of 2021. So according to the re-evaluation by Albanian Minerals, DR Congo has an estimated over 35 trillion in uptapping mineral deposits.
Untapped.
Yeah.
Meaning that it's not even been touched.
No. Previously estimated at 24. So before it was, that's mad. It was 24 before, now it's 35 since 2021.
How can a country have 35 trillion in natural minerals, but be the poorest country in the world.
Somebody make it make sense, please.
So now we're going to go into corruption now, because that means that somebody's eating and other people are starving.
That's right. That's right.
So when we see, anytime you see wars or anything going on in the world, it's all about money and power, because money brings power in their eyes.
Yeah.
In my eyes, it doesn't, but in their eyes, money brings power.
Yeah.
So when you see them fighting or trying to kill each other, it's always over money, because these people are money hungry. They care about money more than they care about people's souls. People don't have lives anymore. They just financial commodities to these evil individuals at the top.
But they've never been shy to even make you know that. You know, like when I first started watching this, Hotel Rwanda popped up.
Yeah, because Rwanda is close to this.
You understand? And the reality of how, the people in Rwanda were treated.
So yeah, I feel sorry for it's crazy that they can say it says Congo has over 50% of African continent's water reserves, with the world's largest green hydro energy potential.
But we have to understand that the Congo is as much as our country is as much our country as it is the Congolese. And I feel like personally, these are the reasons why these things will keep happening, and the situation will never get better, because there's still a separation, there's still a divide. Congo's still being looked at right now as Congo, but that's still our country. It's still part of who we are. It's ours.
I genuinely believe that, we need to, you know what, even if you had like a business where you was even like a middleman in anything, you'd be big. Only thing about that country is, I believe guy in there is very dangerous, because they think that you're on trying to get the money. So it's like everybody's on you, the government's on you, them people are on you. And if you start talking money, they're going to lick you down, unless you're a top dog that you can walk into the country like that. Like you've got security in that. Like you've got the links with certain
unless you're just being consistent. Because to be fair, I watched a video the other day about these guys talking about Ghana. He said Ghana's heaven. And like the way he was explaining it and stuff. And it's like, when he first went there was like a really small place that was like their community when they came in from Jamaica to Ghana, and then it spread and then it spread.
I think I was watching the same thing on my dad. We're talking about when he's building a house.
The two men, one came from England, one came from Jamaica. They've been living there 35 years.
But was he talking about his yard in that and how the people was treating him bad because of the yard in that? Because my dad was watching something the other day with something like that.
Not really the house, but it's because they're in Ghana and they're Jamaicans. It's like they got shun out, so it's like there's only this.
Yeah, that's the same man. He's a dread man.
There's one dread and one.
Yeah. My dad was watching that the other day.
Yeah, so that was a very interesting thing, because.
Did you watch all of it? Because I didn't watch all of it. I just came in part. What was he really saying?
So he was basically talking about the fact that they've been living that basically Ghana is heaven, and people are walking around and doing all sorts of things and looking for heaven, but and heaven is on earth. It is in Ghana in every way. He spoke about it in the same way that Congo was spoke about. Hence why I asked the question about how far apart are these islands, not in terms of flight time, but in terms of distance, because in hindsight it's all part of the same island. Do you get me? But he was basically just saying that. The more after time, he's been there 35 years. They have their own community, and it's gone from being this little block to now the whole of one part of Africa have accepted them. So it's about being accepted. So there's no consistency. They had to stay there, and it's amazing. I want to go, to be honest. I would like to go to all these countries, even because again, I feel like this is my country too. I want to see.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going to no war-torn country to get my head look off. But yeah, I'd fly out to certain other countries. But I feel like they make it sound. I feel like they make it sound bad.
I don't know, man. I was in Costa Rica. I need to think of the year. There was a war. We got stuck in San Jose. We couldn't move. And then when we got to Puerto Viejo, we got stuck again. People had to go to Nicaragua, I think it's called, which is like a boat away, to basically renew their visas. Because they couldn't fly. It was just mad. I'm actually going to see if I can find it, because I was in a country and there was a war, but I couldn't see it because I was just there, innit?
What do you mean you couldn't see it? That's mad. That's scary.
It was a proper war. So when we got to the old harbour, which was where I stayed, which is like the other end of the city, like from the cities, from like more like country and town, innit? So there was a lot of Americans there that was trying to get back to San Jose to get back home. They couldn't. There was a barrier. They blocked the country halfway from Limon. You couldn't go no further. Don't know much you know about San Jose. Scary place, man. But so what I'm saying, the reason I mentioned it is because you say, you wouldn't go to countries that have war and stuff, but I'm telling you don't know until you get there. So anywhere over like South America, Africa, these countries, you're bound to find war, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
You'll walk in there and war just pop up.
But it's all over money.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not like man's warring because man not like each other. It's not personal. It's about dough.
It's a lot of control, though. It's not just money. It's about having the control and the power over the people, you know. Because if it was just about money, they could get money everywhere else. This is about, African countries and continents that they want to control. They want mass control.
But I believe that it's not even about control, man. Let's pull it out there. They don't care about them countries. The only reason why they care about Congo is because it's got that mineral that makes phones, bro. That's a big invest. You have to understand. Yeah, I've realized this. Follow the money, and it will tell you everything that you need to know. But that's my literal of everything. Because I even said it one day. I said we started off selling drugs and it ended up with killing. How? Where did it start off just selling drugs so you can take care of your mum to end up with you taking lives? It's deep. How? What happened in that process of that to there?
Survival. I couldn't answer that. That's an interesting question.
So man will start selling drugs, and just his intention is, I just don't want to be. I want to take care of I want to take my mum out of poverty. I don't really want to see my mum in a situation.
Protection, mostly. It's like now.
And then now it's ended up that man's had to kill people. Because one thing always leads to another. When money's involved, there's always going to be corruption, and there's always going to be people that want to see that taken from you.
Yeah, I hear that.